And now we're going to cap things off today, the grand finale, last week of this particular boot camp. Um, we've invited Nick Johnson. He needs no introduction. I'm not going to take any of his time by bragging on him, but he's one of my favorite people on the planet. Incredibly smart, incredible leader. Nick Johnson, how important is it for us to build our teams? Just share whatever you want, Nick.
All right, I'm gonna share. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Hopefully there's not a lot of background noise. I just got off a flight, so I'm at the Salt Lake City airport, but it's great to be with you all. I was, I caught a little bit the red light story, and I've heard people talk about some red light stories in the past. And let me tell you, let me tell you a red light story that I think impacts all of you. And I'm going to give you the solution to it, by the way. I'm going to give you the solution. You don't need to think, you just need to absorb what I'm about to tell you. I think one of the biggest red light stories that coaches tell themselves and almost signal to the marketplace is that you don't know what you're doing. Okay? All right. Think if you projected that red light story about yourself onto everywhere you went. Let me give you an example. If you said, well, my kids' school teachers, they show up every day, they don't know what they're doing, you would panic. If you went to the doctor's office and you thought, to be honest, I don't even know if this guy went to med school. I haven't checked. I don't know if he knows what he's doing. You wouldn't take him there. You probably wouldn't even let someone prepare you a salad to go purchase. This person doesn't even know how to prepare a salad. And guess what? Those people preparing the salads, they don't know how to prepare a salad, and you still buy the salad, and you're like, oh, they're the authorities of salad. They prepared their salad artists. So literally everywhere you go, you assume that other people know what they're doing. But you somehow don't know what you're doing. That's crazy. It's crazy. If I were sitting in the flight just now thinking, I don't know, those pilots know what they're doing, I wouldn't go anywhere, I wouldn't do anything. Okay. It's crazy. The red light story is nonsense for you all. You know exactly what you're doing. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, because everybody, I don't know, because GLP-1s are like, I don't know, because somebody said that you should have more protein than this. Stop. Stop. I'll make you a deal. If you walk around with that red light story for yourself, and that's fine, I'm going to challenge you to spend one day projecting that red light story about everybody else you encounter. Spend one day like that and see how far you get. Do it. It's fun. It's hilarious. Okay. I was sitting to the guy next to me on the plane, which is always a dangerous spot for anybody to be in. And I started talking to this guy. It's like, 6 a.m, and he was like, oh, family, kids, and all the things, right? All the stuff. And I'm like, oh, on his wallpaper on his phone is like, oh, is that your family? Yeah. And I said, wow, your wife is like a 10. And he's like, oh, thank you. She's wonderful. And I'm like, you're not. I said, how did that happen? And I'm joking, because I don't care. He just, maybe he was a 10 once upon a time, but this guy was in bad shape. He was. And I said, hey, I'm gonna tell you something. The only gift she wants you to give her for her birthday is her husband back. Okay. She's like signaling that she is prioritizing things, and she's like prioritizing health and all this stuff. This woman was amazingly beautiful, and I'm like, guy, you don't have the same priorities, and that's a problem in a relationship. So I became a relationship coach. You want to know why I can do that? Because I believe that I'm credible. It was a red light story I didn't give myself. I gave myself a green light story to talk to somebody who needed to get healthy. And I don't care. I wasn't going to fall in love with this guy. This wasn't my shot. You know, I'm not like romanticizing every interaction that I have. I don't care. This guy was married to a 10, and he's like in a 4 body. He's a nice enough guy, but he was in bad shape on a bad path. Okay, anyway, it's not all about the aesthetics, but you understand what I'm saying. Okay, he was like telling me about this family he loves so much. Okay, borrow this credibility. If it doesn't just naturally come out of you, borrow it for a second. Here's the credibility. I need you to understand that your clients are more successful with a coaching community, clinically proven to lose 10x more weight, 17x more fat, clinically proven. Okay, clinically proven. 10x more weight, 17x more fat, because of coaching, because of this community. You have the green light. You're the secret. This is the secret. Okay? I'll leave you with this. And I heard somebody say as well, like, if Dan, what are you saying? Like, if I offered you $1 million to do it, would you do it? And it's like, yeah, you'd do it, because we wouldn't want to do that for $1 million. Let me tell you something. The people that you're bringing on right now, within the next 6 months, are going to have multi-million-dollar opportunities. They will. In fact, in just 4 days from now, you'll be sitting on a training describing to your teams, your new coaches, how your brand new coaches in the next 6 or so months will be able to earn like $21,000 as a new coach. Okay? That's all going to change in like 4 days. In about a week from now, you're going to start hearing about what we call Project 3.0. In about a week from now, the world's going to change. Okay? In 4 days, things are going to change massively for your new coaches. About a week from now, everything's going to change. But it won't actually change for you until that red light story that you don't know what you're doing is out of your head. I'm staring down here at a Shake Shack, and I'm thinking, those Shake Shack employees know exactly what they're doing. They're not sitting there worried about, oh, do the fries go in here? How do I get people unhealthy? They're just doing their job, right? They have the authority to do their job. I can guarantee that you are far better trained than everybody that I'm looking at in this space here. You're far better trained. For whatever reason, you haven't given yourself the title, the mantle, the position, the authority to show up as an authority, and I don't know why, because you've transformed yourselves and your businesses massively. I don't understand what that is. So just be like me. Sit down next to a guy on a plane and be like, I'm just gonna go for it. I got the green light everywhere I go. Green light, green light, green light, green light. Why? Because 90% of Americans are metabolically dysfunctional. 90%. 90%. So green lights everywhere, folks. You know I love you. Thanks for inviting me on.